USA Headline News. I'm Ron Taylor. The death toll is now at 5 after two small planes collided in midair in California. Nick Schuler with the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection tells Fox News that it was a horrible scene.
It appears that it was a very violent crash. Both aircraft are in multiple pieces.
Authorities say the crash happened Sunday near Brownfield Municipal Airport in San Diego. Rescue teams were on their way to a remote area of Indonesia where search planes today spotted wreckage from an airliner believed to have crashed. The twin turboprop flight was carrying 54 passengers and crew when it lost contact with air traffic controllers yesterday. The wreckage is in a remote mountainous area that's difficult to reach. There is a report that the plane was carrying around $470,000 in government cash for poor families in those remote villages. Aviation experts say a software upgrade may have caused the glitch that canceled or delayed hundreds of flights this weekend. The Federal Aviation Administration believes it's tracked the problem to an upgrade at a radar facility near Washington's Dulles International Airport. The glitch caused more than 400 flights to be canceled. This is USA Headline News.
Hey, what's going on here?
Haven't you heard? Handwriting can make you awesome, and that's why BIC's on a mission to save it.
Handwriting can make me awesome?
Yeah. Writing could boost your self-confidence, spark creativity, and it definitely makes you a better reader. And that's pretty awesome.
Huh, I never thought of it like that. I want in. Toss me a BIC.
This year at Back to School, join the movement with BIC and fight for your right. See how awesome writing can be, how great you can be. Learn more at BIC Fight for Your Right. That's WRITE.com. Or grab a BIC today and see for yourself.
All set. How was your visit with the dentist? Shall we book another appointment then? Wonderful. I'll sign you up for our root canal rewards. 10th one's free. You're drooling on my papers.
How about a rewards program you'll actually use every day? Introducing Plenty. Earn points at lots of places, including AT&T, Exxon, Macy's, Mobile, Nationwide, and Rite Aid. There's plenty together. Learn more at plentywithani.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show coming up next. But before we get there, you got to know what's happening in the city.
Absolutely. Of course, we had our great event last night at Fox and the Hound, our Epic Networking South. If you don't have this event on your calendar once a month.
What are you thinking? There was over 100 people hanging out, business owners just like you who want to get to know each other. Join us next time.
Always on the third Wednesday. You can find all of the events at our calendar, experiencepros.com. Click on the calendar tonight. We've got two events, actually. We have a ribbon cutting for home care assistants going on. And our Experience Pros team is actually headed up to Fort Collins for the All-Pro Web Tools launch party.
So that ribbon cutting for home care assistants in Denver, they're opening a brand new location. You got to go check it out. 4990 Kipling Street, Suite B11 in Wheat Ridge. Just give them a call. They got all the details. 720-443-3371.
The mayor's going to be there.
The mayor's
going to be there.
That's awesome.
And then, so at 6 o'clock, the All Pro Web Tools launch party 4 going on in Fort Collins. You can get your tickets. It's a free event. The event starts at 6 p.m.
Right.
You have to have a ticket, and you can get it from allprowebtools.com. Allprowebtools.com.
Absolutely. Come check it out. It's going to be a big stage show. Lots of fun. Tomorrow is Fan Braggin Friday.
You get to say something nice about somebody else in business. We call it a fan brag. It's our free radio hotline. You want to let everybody know what's going on in the community. You want to brag about your business, let people know what's going on. Just call and say something nice. The toll-free number is 855 Fan Brag. You don't need an appointment. You just need to call.
Now, speaking of ribbon cuttings, there's ribbon cutting a Palooza because the OSHA Connection is doing their ribbon cutting on Friday. And don't forget to hang out with them from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. All the information is on our calendar at experiencepros.com.
You've got a book in you and you want to learn how to market your book. There's a workshop going on at the Laramie County Community College on Saturday. And of course, on Sunday, there's actually two fun things going on.
Our friend Phyllis Shimamoto is doing the Introduction to the Enneagram class. If you've ever wanted to do some profile testing and things like that to help your team work better, you need to go check that out. It's at the Castlewood Library at I-25 in Arapahoe.
And at 7 o'clock, a podcast helping you with your social media. Monday, Storming's Turning, helping you turn your blog into a marketing machine. And then Monday kicks off a whole nother week of events brought to you by our friends over at CR Conversations, Sabina Claus, the social media advisor, AM Cards. We're doing a ribbon cutting for the James Resource Network at Complete Couture. Another webinar, teen workshops, and of course, the Loveland Extravaganza.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, so make sure you always check it out at experiencepros.com. That's experiencepros.com.
sweetie. What's going on?
Well, honey, I have some news.
Okay. What?
All that training paid off. I got the job.
Oh, I knew you would get it. So when do you start?
When you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me weekdays from noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. We'll help with consumer problems, give you quality business referrals, let you know about the latest scams, and we'll also give great help for seniors. Weekdays, noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. Check out our website, haystackhelpradio.com.
The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric, next on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business.
All right, so I'm trolling through my Twitter feed the other day, and I found these hysterical little memes, these little e-cards, that you can post on your Facebook and on your social media.
Sure.
They're witty, they're full of sarcasm, things you always.
The ones that I wrote?
No, these aren't from you. Do you write?
I'm
them?
very witty.
Says who?
It says me.
Okay, so Eric's.
It says our listeners love my witticisms.
Well.
And banter and shenanigans.
Yeah, they do. They do. They really
Falderon.
do. Yes. Now you're channeling my dear friend Ron Skinner.
Yep.
So anyways, these are really fun. These were not written by Eric, but they're full of just dripping in sarcasm that they just made me laugh out loud. And in my family, we grew up with sarcasm as a just
communication skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So what do you got?
The first one.
Yep.
Shows a picture of a gentleman running in his little jogging shorts. Says, if you want to go running with me, you'd better be prepared to walk a lot.
That is so totally true. That happens. All right. Okay. What's next one?
Although you are a runner, we go to the running club. We joined our little running club.
Right.
These people are wicked runners too. They've got their times and their laps, and like each mile they have to beat their last mile. And
we have no business
being there
in a running club.
No, none at all. No, but they keep inviting us. They keep inviting us, and they're like, will you guys come back? I'm like, really? You want us there? No, you guys bring good vibe to the group.
I think they want us to bring good beer afterwards.
Yeah, that is for afterwards. Okay, here's another one. 3 children sitting around a little table, all cute and dressed up, and they said, of course I'm a good mother. They're still alive, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, suppose.
How about this one? I hate you. Maybe not in a hope you die kind of way, but in an I hope you develop an allergy to bacon kind of way.
Oh.
And ice cream.
Bacon and ice cream.
Bacon and ice cream.
That's evil.
When I fall off the wagon, it is ice cream that I want. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one? Since it's traditional to break my New Year's resolutions, I think this year I'll try being fat and lazy and see what happens.
Oh.
If you're going to break it,
right,
and you go for fat and lazy,
you might be very successful.
No, you might end up like skinny and energetic.
All right.
How about this one? In a couple of gals running. My strategy is to start out slow and then back off.
And then back off.
Then back off.
That's kind of the way that I am.
Here's a sassy one. When you die, do you want to be cremated, buried, or found?
Oh, I don't think I like your your cards. Hey, are you connected to the water? Do you like the water?
Like the ocean? Like
any kind of water?
Like the hot shower?
Do you like to swim?
I'm not really a swimmer kind of person.
Not a swimmer?
No, but I do like the water.
Do you like the occasional diving board?
No.
No. So you're probably all out on cliff diving.
Yes.
Okay.
Though my husband did a cliff dive once, like a real cliff dive
really?
in the British Virgin Islands.
Really?
I was supposed to videotape it.
Yeah?
I'm not a very good videographer.
No?
No.
Where were you?
Well, I was down in the surf.
Oh, so you were in the water.
I was in the water in the surf.
And you say you don't like to swim.
Well, it's just
and
not.
he gave you a camera?
He did. He's like, okay, so Angel, he was gonna go climb this cliff,
Yeah.
like barefoot and barehanded, just in his swimsuit.
Right.
And people were climbing up this gigantic rock, and they were jumping into the ocean, and it was really cool. And he says, I'm gonna go do that. Angel, videotape it. Okay. So I'm standing there with the video camera, and I'll have to tell you his diving story too later on in the show if we've got time.
Okay.
But I've got the video camera, and he's climbing. I'm waiting, right? I'm waiting as he swims all out there, and I got to watch him climb up the rock. And in the meantime, the waves, like some boats must have come in because the waves were like starting to push me.
Yeah.
And I was wiggling, like, just being
You're tiny.
a little shaky, and
Yeah.
my footing was a little wobbly. And so he gets up to the rock, and he gets on top, and I'm waiting, and the waves are, and I thought, he's never going to do this.
Did he?
And so I decided I'm going to go back to the beach where the waves aren't pushing me.
Right.
And of course, that is the
That's when he
exact
jumped.
moment when he jumped. So he comes swimming back. He's so proud. He's like, Angel, and I did it. And did you catch it? I didn't.
Can you do it again? Did he do it again?
He did not do it again.
Oh, well, a guy in Switzerland, Daredevil, set a new world record, 193 feet. Are you kidding me? I couldn't do it. He hits the water at a speed of 76.4 miles an hour.
Ouch.
Water turns to concrete.
Right?
When you hit it like that. It's just amazing. He lived. So
he survived, and now does he have the new
he's got the world record.
The world record for it?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah, there you
Awesome.
go. All right. Well,
I'll have to tell you the other time when my husband went diving, and I was supposed to videotape that as well.
oh,
He doesn't give me the video camera anymore. Let's just say that.
I can understand that. All
I
right.
giggle all through it,
Yep.
but you don't catch what he's trying to do.
Whoops. It's time for business tips and insights, and our good friend Tony Rayburn with Extreme Relationship Management is on the line with us. Tony, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Eric and Angel. How are you?
Doing all right? Do you cliff dive?
Only at less than 76.3 miles an hour.
Right. Yeah. I recommend that.
I mean, just smack.
Ouch.
You just you sting for days.
That'll
I'm
take the
sure.
hair right off the top of your. Oh, Tony, do you cliff dive?
Exactly.
Just kidding there, buddy. What's
Not
our tip
anymore.
for today? What are we talking about today, Tony?
So today is networking law number 143. So we've got only 2 left, and it's don't give Angel the video camera.
Right?
No, I'm kidding. No, actually, we're going to talk today about the preparation time and post-networking time for a networking event.
All right. Preparation.
Well,
H.
No, not that kind of preparation.
Oh.
But actually just spending some time planning ahead of time, as well as the time after the networking event. Most people are just going out there networking where they just show up, shake hands, and then leave. And they have no idea where they're going, who they're going to meet, or what to do afterwards. And then most people don't even do anything afterwards. So here's the deal. Networking is a great way to discover new relationships, right?
Right.
And to cultivate existing relationships. So what you need to do is spend a little time before the event, which can serve you well. So look and see if who's going to be there. Is there someone that you really want to meet? You can have that as part of your strategy.
Excuse me, Tony, let me interrupt here. Look where? Where do we look to see who's going to be at the event?
So if the event has an available list of the attendees, so let's say it's on Meetup, or maybe it's on Facebook, or maybe it's on LinkedIn.
Or an Eventbrite kind of a thing.
Absolutely. If you have access to the list to see who's going to be there, take a look at it and see if there's someone there you really have been looking to meet or you think would be a great relationship to begin building.
Well, that's
So-
kind of exciting to see who's coming and pay attention to who you already know you're going to meet somebody awesome when you pre-plan it, right?
Absolutely. And it makes you look like you're prepared if you walk up and say, I saw you were coming and I wanted to meet you here.
Love that.
I love that. And I think if you RSVP to say you're going to come to stuff, know that people are checking that out and maybe there's somebody there planning to meet you. So show up.
Right.
Absolutely. Another thing you can help with is that maybe there's somebody there that you can help. Maybe that list triggers a possible referral. Well, that just gives you more things you can bring to the event. It's not what you bring to the event, what you can give to people, not what you're going to get from the event.
Absolutely. And we talk about that all the time, Tony, that it isn't a sales pitch right there on the spot. You're building your network, you're building relationships, you're helping other people grow their network as well. And so doing some little homework,
sure,
shows that yes, you're paying attention. You're looking at who the top people are. Now, Tony, what if you don't know anybody on the list? What do you do with that?
Well, stay home.
No. That's a plus too, right? Because that means that there's that many people of brand new relationships that you can go create. So that's an exciting thing to do. You can maybe do some research on a few of them ahead of time if you have that time to invest. But the other side of the event is after the event is over. Okay, you've got to follow through with the commitment you made. So did you tell somebody you were going to send them some information? Make sure you do it. Did you offer to make an email introduction? Make sure you do it. How about promising to look at your schedule to schedule a one-to-one meeting? Make sure you do it.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Right?
You should bring a notepad for all the stuff you're promising people to do, because I always forget all the stuff I tell people by the next day, Tony.
And then they hold you up to it
I know, they're like,
later.
Angel.
Tony, you've always got great training tips and whatnot. How do our listeners get in touch with Extreme Relationship Management?
People can find out more on the web at extremerelationshipmanagement.com, or they can call us nationwide toll-free at 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
855-I-LIKE-ERM. Extreme Relationship Management, of course, a company for people a training company for people who network, right? Executives who are out there doing it.
Yep. If you've ever said that networking thing, I'm just not sure that's effective, you have to check out Extreme Relationship Management. Tony, thanks so much for our weekly tips.
Yeah, you bet. Have a great day, team.
We were at a networking event last night, and I heard somebody say, gosh, I got to the door, saw all the people, and I thought, I should turn around. But then she decided to walk through, and she says, it's kind of like eating an elephant. And that reminds me of my friend Sabina. Sabina says, so how do you eat an elephant?
Well, most of us would say one bite at a time.
Right. No. You invite the whole village, and we all eat little chunks, because ain't nobody going to eat an elephant. Silly. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.ca.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Dude, your wife's hot. I know, right? I'm not kidding. She's really hot. Yeah, I married up. I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship options, and more. Sign up today at experiencepros.com.
Hi, I'm Angie Austin with the Good News with Angie Austin. That's me. Please join me right here on this station, KLZ, for the Good News on Sundays at 8 a.m.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Suddenly I see, this is what I want to be. Suddenly I see.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Suddenly, I look to my monitor and see the name of Lisa Manyon. She is the business marketing architect. She's got a good business sense about her.
Absolutely. And follow her online at writetoncreative.com, WRITE.com. But we're going to talk a little bit about your state of well-being. Lisa Manyon, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Well, thanks so much, Angel and Eric. I'm excited to be here, and I thought this was a great topic for the most positive business talk radio show in America.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Lisa. We appreciate that. My state of what?
Well-being.
What is these?
Yes.
What is this well-being of which you speak?
Well, listen, when we are so passionate about our businesses, oftentimes we don't focus on all areas of our life that make us really well-rounded, healthy people. So I thought it was very interesting that Gallup identified 5 essential elements of well-being. And the piece that I found really interesting in all of this, that it actually kind of blew my mind a little bit, is that while they found out that these 5 elements are super important in their foundation for creating a healthy life, they also determined that only 66% of people are doing well in one of these categories, and only 7% are thriving in all 5 areas.
Yeah, okay, we're using...
That's very few people to be thriving.
Right, we're using multisyllabic words, and my brain is already hurting. Gallup, and we're not talking about the kind with the hoovers, is doing a survey. There's elements, and we're not talking about bromide or chromium, and I'm not doing what?
Eric is easily confused, Lisa. I think the rest of us are
understand.
Tracking
okay,
with
I'm
you.
going to help you out, Eric. So
All right.
these 5 areas, we can just call them areas, because if elements is a stretch, you might want a little bit more coffee this morning.
I know the 51st area, so go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to stay away from there. But so career is the first piece that Gallup has determined is really one of those core 5 elements. And then there's social, there's financial, there's physical, and there's community. And each of these are really important. And I think if we go back to the statistics that I shared, and I'm not really a numbers person, but it really did strike me, just like Angel said, if there's only really 7% of people are thriving in all 5 areas, that means we have a lot of work to do. And it doesn't have to be hard work, but just really taking a look at how can we really enhance our well-being? Because if we're thriving in all areas, then don't we have more to give back?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. But we are also off kilter, Lisa. Something is struggling in all of our lives. Right now, we're putting all of our time and attention on maybe 1 or 2 areas, and we're just letting everything else fall by the wayside.
It's so true. And I mean, I am guilty as well, which is why I found this so fascinating and wanted to bring up this conversation to increase awareness so we can all take a look at the areas that maybe we need to give a little bit more attention. So for me personally, I've been expanding my social circle and my community, which is really helping me feel rested and connected. And then I can give more to my community and to help others thrive too. And the big piece for me, and I'm going to call myself out here, and I know this is true for many people, is the physical piece.
Yep.
I need to exercise more.
That is us
and
too.
Sleep more.
We started this year talking about nutrition. We drink coffee all day until it's acceptable to switch over to cocktails, and we were not eating.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right. And,
I get it.
Right. And so that physical well-being is something that has really we've seen suffer, and we're trying to pay more attention to. So Lisa, how do we make sure that because if we're talking about our career, we're talking about social, we're talking about community, financial, and our physical well-being, that just seems like a lot of energy being put into. And am I going to feel really rested at the end of it?
I think so. I think we chunk it down into little pieces, right? And we look at where are we thriving. So I can say in my career arena, that I have nailed. That's easy for me and fun. And the pieces that are a little bit stretchy, like the physical. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I want my coffee too. And doing jumping jacks or going to the gym isn't the first thing on my mind. I'm wanting to grind those coffee beans. So I think we chunk it down. And interestingly enough, I think we want to look at where our strengths lie. So for me in the career piece, that's great. And that's working really, really well. So how can I make that even better? And I do know when I exercise, I feel better. I have more energy. I can help more people. So I think we don't overwhelm ourselves by this. I mean, the reason this all came into my, awareness is that I was hosting a conversation on the virtual stage for the California Women's Conference about the career piece of it. And there were other experts that were talking about these other elements. And the two that got the most engagement were both career and the physical. So I think people are really trying to balance in their careers and in taking care of themselves so they can actually improve their well-being.
Well, at the risk of startling our listeners with a momentary flash of brilliance here, let me circle around and let's talk about the importance of getting your financial house in order as well.
Yes.
It's one of those things that I think so many people, they focus on that career, but they're struggling to make ends meet and rubbing two pennies together.
Spending more than they make.
The social and the community is fun. Right.
Yeah, that's where we spend all that money.
Right. You might get
where we spend all that money.
Might get to the gym once in a while, but the financial side, we have financial advisors on the program regularly, and they beat the same drum. You've got to plan for tomorrow. You've got to plan for retirement, for your exit strategy, and ain't nobody doing nothing, Lisa.
Well, what's interesting about the finances is I think every person I've ever met has a money story. And money is really energy, if you look at it that way. And it's your relationship with money that's really important. And what I've found in a lot of the work that I've done and people I've studied with and mentors and colleagues is that money story is often dictated by self-worth. And if we start to work on some of these other areas so we're feeling better about ourselves and we're actually meeting with financial planners and playing nice with numbers, that too can even itself out. But I find the financial area is also sometimes a challenge for me because I like to make and spend money, but I don't really like to look at the numbers.
Sure.
Who does, right? Just as long as there's still checks and they still take my credit card,
Right.
It's all good.
Exactly. But I think it's important, you're right, Eric, to circle back around to all of these pieces.
You bet.
And I think sometimes if we look at the one that's most challenging for us, and, you were talking earlier about, how do you eat an elephant? We take a small bite or we bring the community in to do it. So get support, take a small bite, and just look at how you can take a holistic approach to improving your overall well-being so that you can be doing the work you're meant to do in the world and serve more people.
Yeah, we've always said that a happy employee gives happy results in the workplace. You're your first employee. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Well, you can follow Lisa on Twitter. I know she tweeted this article out follow her on her blog at rightoncreative.com, on her website, rightoncreative.com. She's got the whole article there, 5 essential elements of well-being. And I know, Lisa, that if our listeners go to your website, they can get a free copywriting action plan. What's the best way for them to stay in touch with you?
Absolutely. Just go to rightoncreative.com, and it's WRITEONCREATIVE.com, and you will get a free copywriting action plan to help you create marketing messages with integrity, because marketing truly is all about relationships.
I love it. Lisa, thanks so much for being our guest every month.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Folks, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about remembering more and forgetting less. And the older we get, the more relevant this topic gets. You're listening to Eric and Angel on the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
If your internet presence isn't generating the business you need Greenwood Digital Marketing. They'll help refresh that old, stale, non-mobile website of yours. They'll manage your listings, social media, and online reputation, absolutely critical in today's social media world. Get your business's free online analysis by calling 720-739-1875. That's 720-739-1875. GreenwoodDigitalMarketing.com. Again, that's GreenwoodDigitalMarketing.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
You're busy, but are you really achieving the dreams you thought you would? Infinite Nation knows that when your vision is big enough, you can create infinite success. Request your free vision check phone call with award-winning vision coach Carrie Conley. Discover how easy it is to achieve your infinite success. Call 720-331-8693. 720-331-8693 and check out the Vision is Victory workshop online at infinitenation.com.
When Mom became unable to care for herself, I couldn't always be there. I chose home care assistance because it was the only option that made sense. She's done so much for me. I wasn't going to put my mom in a home.
She called home care assistance at 720-443-3371.
Mom's caregiver gives her great one-to-one care and a lifestyle she deserves, all in the comfort of her own home.
Live-in and hourly care available. For a free in-home consultation, call 720-443-3371 or homecareassistancedenver.com.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? You're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that result in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Tune in every Saturday afternoon at 1 for Sportsman of Colorado right here on KLZ 560. If you like the outdoors, you'll love Sportsman of Colorado.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Thank you so much for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Oh, shoot.
What did you forget?
I don't remember what I forgot.
What do you mean don't remember what you forgot?
I was supposed to say something right here.
I had somebody say something about a good day is like walking into the room and remembering. Oh, getting lucky is walking into the room and remembering what you came in there for. As you get older.
That's getting lucky?
Yeah, as you get older, getting lucky is walking into a room and remembering why you walked in.
As you get older, getting lucky happens less and less. Well, help me.
Help you remember what you forgot? Yesterday, I had to walk you through that whole thing of remembering what you forgot.
Oh, no, I don't like it when you do it that way. We're going to talk about remembering more and forgetting less. Article by Jeff Hayden.
Could you? Just a little more. Remember more.
Jeff Hayden.
Angel, I don't know where it is. It's going to be on your desk.
It should be on your desk. Jeff Hayden is a contributing editor of Inc.com. He writes, there are 6 ways to remember more and forget less, and he puts in parentheses, spoiler alert, coffee. We should find out about this.
We should. Anything that has coffee in the topic, Eric's like, oh,
got my attention.
Angel, this is why I need to drink more coffee.
Right.
Because here's the thing is we need to do more. These days we're relying more and more heavily on technology.
Yep.
That it is actually impacting our ability to remember things.
Yeah. What's your kid's phone number?
I have no idea. I've never learned it.
Me either.
Never learned my kid's phone number.
Nope.
It's in my phone. I mean, do you remember you used to have everybody's phone numbers memorized? We just don't have to anymore. And so we don't. But it's impacting other areas of our brain activity as well.
Clearly.
So he says, before we look at ways to improve retention, here's a simplified version to show you how memory actually takes place. First thing is we are creating that memory. Our brain sends a signal and a pattern associated with the event we're experiencing and creates connections between our neurons called synapses. So something else gets fired. It tries to fill in almost like a little file cabinet in your brain. Where else can I put this? Where else has something like this happened before? And I can file that with the rest of those.
So first part is we create the memory.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Then we consolidate it. Do nothing else, and that memory could soon fade away. But consolidation is the process of committing something to long-term memory so we can recall it later.
That's what I'm after, is the recollection.
Most of that happens while you're sleeping.
Oh, well, no wonder you're asking at the wrong time. You need to call me in the middle of the night.
Here's the thing is we have to have a good night's sleep every single night in order for these short-term memories to go into long-term memories. So anything that you're doing to interrupt your sleep pattern, sleeping with electronics on, keeping lights on, and having the that blue light actually impacts your little pituitary gland. It's your like vampire gland. It needs darkness.
Pituitary gland?
Your pituitary gland in the back of your brain. It needs darkness.
Is that little hangly thing in the back of your throat that goes
in the back of your throat?
No,
it's the vampire gland. And if you sleep with the lights on, you're up in the night, you have interrupted sleep patterns, you don't get that long REM sleep. Didn't you watch the cute little Disney movie Inside Out? The whole little memory thing and all the colorful balls and all that. It's adorable. I'll help you all about all the memory. Anyways, it has to happen. So you have to get a good night's sleep. If you don't sleep well, of course, you're going to have a lousy memory.
Let's get to the good stuff. All right. You want to improve your memory? Drink more coffee. Now, whether caffeine can improve your memory if taken before learning something new, that's debatable. And we don't know if that's really going to help create new memories or not. But we do know that pattern separation takes place when we drink lots of coffee.
Well, no, they did a study and that people who took a little caffeine pill after learning a task actually improved their memory recall up to 24 hours later. Why? I don't know. Why does caffeine stimulate all this stuff?
Why are they taking a pill?
I know. Why not just drink the coffee?
Seriously?
I mean, the reason I don't know. Anyways, and so because they took the caffeine pill and because they were able to memorize things, now they're saying that caffeine is actually beneficial to your short-term memory.
The more you drink, the more you hold on to what you learned.
Yeah, but they say that it actually occurs. It happens if you take the caffeine after you learn something, not before. So getting that little drink of coffee in the morning isn't going to help with your memory all day long. It isn't going to hurt. No, you actually have to drink coffee during the day.
I agree.
In order for it to be effective, according to this study.
Everybody raise a cup. I wish I'd have mine, but mine's it's outside the studio right now. I'll get another one.
All right. They also say you should eat berries for long-term memory.
What?
Eat fresh berries. A normal diet of blueberries for 12 weeks improved performance on memory tasks.
We're supposed to be foragers now?
But it took 3 weeks. It took 3 weeks before the effect started to take effect, before it started to build in. But then it continued for the entire length of the study. So another study said they did with strawberries, that if you eat 10 pounds of strawberries every day, you'll have improved memory.
10 pounds of
10
strawberries.
pounds of strawberries.
So they did this test on a series of female nurses. And
what was that?
It was just a little, I got a thing for nurses.
But were you like purring, like a little growl, little purr?
No. Yeah. And they found out that 2 servings of strawberries or blueberries each week had a moderate reduction in memory decline. Punchline is 10 pounds. You got to eat 10. Who's going to eat 10 pounds?
Exercise. They also say exercise helps you improve your cognitive ability, including memory. And so taking a walk during the day helps you improve your memory cells and all those synapses and all that. Chewing gum.
Chewing gum. You're welcome. Here on the Experience Pros Radio Show, you heard it now. Chewing gum makes stronger memories.
Well, here's the thing: is it actually increases activity in your brain, where your long-term memories are.
Do you know where that is? I know where it is.
The hippocampus.
It's the hippocampus.
Okay, here's the other thing.
All the smart hippos hang out.
Chewing gum actually creates this brain activity that actually mimics you eating, which makes you feel safe, which also makes you feel relaxed, which is how's the brain thing.
You are scaring me with how smart you're getting.
So here's a good rule of thumb. If you're the passenger in the car with somebody who's you just want to be the backseat driver, or you're just not all that comfortable with their driving, chewing gum actually puts you in a state of more relaxation, and so you're not as freaked out by somebody else's driving.
Is this why every time we get into the car, you slap in a piece of gum?
No, I chew gum in the car because I don't want to chew gum in public because I look like a cow.
Oh.
I am like that girl, so I don't chew it in public, and so I chew it in the car.
Listen,
but it doesn't hurt that I'm the passenger
that you
chewing
feel
gum.
safe
Yes.
while I'm driving. All right, here's another one. It's a no-brainer. Sleep more. The more you sleep, the better it is. You can consolidate those memories. It does help get all the, what you call them, neurons and.
Well, actually, we're going to talk a little bit more about neurology and neuroscience a little bit. It is like the brain show today.
I am so out of my
And Lisa
element.
Manyon kind of kicked it off with elements and all of that. And so it's kind of the brain show today, which is a very important thing, which is why you should remind your children to wear their helmets whenever they are motorcycling
Protect the melon.
Or bicycling and all that, because brains can be healed.
It's
or
a 10
bones
pound,
can heal, brains cannot.
It's a 10-pound strawberry. Take a short nap. Kind of like some of you are doing right now. Wake up. And if you take a little 40-minute break, a little group nap, it says group nap in the article. You don't have to take a group nap.
But again, the napping, the sleeping moves the memories into your long-term storage. Again, if you've not seen the movie, it is so cute because they have all these little colorful little balls that are the memories. Joy are pink and the sadness is blue. And
because Disney said so?
Oh, it is adorable. But it actually is the true science of it. You could actually learn something.
I don't know.
He won't go watch it because it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. But it might be an easy way for you, Eric, to learn something new about how your brain works.
No.
Or you could just read articles like this that use big words.
I'm not sure we want to know how Eric's brain works, but let's recap, shall we? Coffee.
Coffee.
You need more coffee.
That's it. But coffee all throughout the day.
Yep.
The coffee in the morning before the task.
That just gets things going.
Did not prove to help with your memory.
No, but it does prove it helps improve your attitude. It helps improve your cognitive skills. It helps improve your motor skills.
You know what really helps with memory is just having systems, like slowing down, writing things down that you need to remember, having a place where you keep it, a place for everything and everything in its place. Then your brain can relax on the mundane stuff. This is where I put things, and it can focus then on the new important information that's coming in. But because you don't have systems, because you're in reaction mode, because you're not organized, then you are scatterbrained with everything.
Yeah, and then you forget stuff, and when you do, then you get reminded that you forgot stuff.
You forgot it.
And
why didn't you bring that?
Why didn't you bring it?
Why didn't you bring it?
I'm sorry, okay?
Where'd you put it? What do you mean
I didn't put it anywhere.
What do you mean you don't have that card?
Why did you leave it?
Why don't you have that card? You put it in your wallet. You exchange cards with her. Why don't you have it?
All right. You put it in your wallet. That was the key word right there. I never put it in my wallet.
But I did.
I did. Okay. Well, there you have it. Thanks very much to Jeff Hayden for the article that spawned that conversation.
Responding now.
I'm just going to go to commercial break. We'll be back right after these messages.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. Lists that Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists that Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experienced Pros way.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
SharpNet Solutions has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
That moment, we arrived in the scene.
The storm had nearly destroyed the area.
This was our own community. Friends, family, people we grew up with, went to school with. We were there to help.
Several of us were working to rescue a family. They made it down to the storm cellar, but the house collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had chainsaws going, and we had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out. We helped a lot of people out.
It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Right here, close to home, in my state.
It was one of those life-changing moments where I realized I am making a difference in these people's lives and mine. I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
You can serve part-time and be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560. The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Very nice to have you along with us. We're moving our bodies.
We are moving our bodies. I think the only thing the show is missing today is Dr. Shad Helmstetter, who wrote the book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself.
Right.
Talking about neuroplasticity, how the brain works and how you can wire your brain. We've had some fun conversations going on. It's time for our business tips and insights brought to us by our friends over at C Squared Computer Consulting. You can find them online at c2cc.net. Chris Kaiser, welcome to the show.
Hello today.
Chris, how are you doing?
I'm just peachy. How about yourself?
I'm a little nervous. You did something you've never done before. You emailed in advance with what you're going to be bringing today.
And you scared Eric.
You scared me.
What happened?
To death.
No, he did not.
What are you talking about, mister?
It's not an alien abduction. This is really me, and this is really my idea. Hey, when was the last time you gave your brain a workout? I like the move your body thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
When did you move your brain?
We are trying to do that less and less these days.
It hurts.
It hurts, right?
Autopilot syndrome.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, so I saw an article in a magazine I was reading, and then I followed up with looking at the app, and then I went on the website. It's this thing called a company called Lumosity.
Lumosity.
And what it is, it's training for your brain. And, there's a lot of geeky techno, neuroscience behind it. I'm all about just a little fun game.
But that's what they've actually created all these fun little games that, scientific games that are going to actually help improve your memory, improve just how your brain works.
Cognitive thinking, problem solving, the processing of information. One of my favorites is this game where there's trains that come out of a station with different color, and you've got all these different rails, and you have to rearrange the rails to get those trains to the right color, home. And you got to switch all the different, connecting points, but it's not a fun. But another idea too, and we're kind of taking it as like a team building, is to get everybody in your company involved. And it really they have a regimen. They kind of say, okay, training for the day, and they have recommended games, and you go through, you play these 5 games. It's quick. It's maybe like 10 minutes. What a great break. And then it shows you, your scores and compare, and
Chris, what's the bottom line? Why do this? I mean, my brain hurts without exercise. Is it going to help? I mean, does it give me witty repartee so I can answer Angel quicker?
Some things just can't be helped, Eric.
But maybe he'll start remembering things a little better, and
just need more coffee.
But if we don't, it's a muscle too, right, Chris? If we don't use it, we will lose it, that's the scariest thing.
Yeah, and Eric, here's my take on it. I mean, what would you rather do? Would you rather take 30 minutes and sit and watch a sitcom, or would you rather take 30 minutes out in the community, maybe walking around, going and doing something active? Nothing wrong with sitcoms, nothing wrong with TV. I spend plenty, I have my downtime there as well.
Sure.
But, a 10, 15 minute break, playing some games and getting your brain going is, I think there's a lot of value to that. And they're kind of fun. And again, like anything, if you do something every day and kind of keep track of how you're doing, I think maybe it motivates you to like, okay, am I a little quicker? Am I paying more attention? Am I looking at everything more? Am I paying attention to detail? Things like that.
It's just, it helps us to stay on the ball, smarter, use that brain resource, and especially as entrepreneurs, we can't get lazy. And so I love it. Now, I'm going to download the app. Which version do you use, Chris?
I do it on my Droid.
Okay, so you do it on your mobile phone?
And I do it on my phone, and I do it on the PC.
Oh.
So actually I have one account, but when I go into the app, I can start my training for the day, and I can do a series of, and then on my computer I can sit and do a series for the day. So
all right,
use both.
Okay, I'm willing. Old dog willing to try a new trick. Lumosity, Lumosity.com.
Yep.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Let me know how it goes.
I know. We'll be able to tell. We'll be able to tell if he's not using it, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, if our listeners want to get in touch with you and connect with you about what C-Square Computer Consulting does, and or find a follow-up to Lumosity, maybe, I don't know, can you play these games together? Does that work?
You, like I said, you can do a group plan, and you can share and challenge each other. So
how do they contact you?
Give us a call, 303-933-1113. You can find us at c2cc.net, or I also posted this about Lumosity. Check out the Facebook site at facebook.com/C2IT.
Make sure you follow C2 on Facebook and give them a call if you have any issues with your IT. 303-933-1113. Chris, thanks so much for the weekly calls.
You guys have a wonderful day.
Absolutely. Really can't help it. It is a wonderful day. We're having a good time over here at the Experience Pros Radio Show. How do you replace an employee who doesn't know she's being fired? or he.
Okay.
I just freaked out our staff. Like, okay, Sherry, you're safe. How do you replace an employee who doesn't know they're going to be fired?
All right, so I found an article on Inc. magazine, and somebody wrote in, they say, do you have any advice on replacing a current employee before they know they're being replaced? And they go on to describe the situation. It was the HR person, and of course, they're trying to figure out how they can bring in resources without letting this person know they're being replaced.
Right.
And I loved the advice. And they said the first thing is, are you sure that's the order you have to do things? They strongly advise firing the employee first and then launching the search, partly because it's the right thing to do.
Hello.
But also because you want the strongest candidate pool possible. And if you're sneaking around and conducting the search covertly, you're going to compromise your ability to do that.
So the bottom line is to stop being sneaky.
Stop being sneaky.
Be straightforward. And you know something, if you have to let somebody go, in many cases, not all cases, you can do so by continuing the bridge of relationship.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be.
And they talk about that. Could you be open to the fact? Can we talk about and keep them there if you need them in the interim, if you've got a good relationship, but be on the up and up, be stand up about all the activities in your company. It will only come back to bite you, not only because he or she will find out, but also what kind of candidate and what kind of environment are you bringing that new candidate into?
Thanks to Allison Green for that conversation piece there. You can check her out at Ask a Manager on Twitter. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got a whole other hour of positive business talk coming next. But this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Haystack Help Radio with Scott Wadley. Today at noon on KLZ 560.
Hi, everyone. This is Steve Curtis. On the next Wake Up, we'll take an in-depth look at the Obama administration's Iranian nuclear deal and ask the questions, is it right for America? And is the conservative right simply having a meltdown for the sake of opposing the president? All that and your calls tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on the next Wake Up with Steve Curtis.
Wake up! KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver.
And online, streaming at KLZ560radio.com.
This is KLZ 560. Freedom, liberty, truth.
USA Headline News. I'm Kelly Sloan. Former President Jimmy Carter held a news conference to discuss his cancer diagnosis. He says he will undergo treatment for melanoma.
And they did a biopsy and found that it was indeed cancer, and it was melanoma. And they had a very high suspicion then and now that the melanoma started somewhere else on my body and spread to the liver.
He also says he will cut back on his work at the Carter Center. ISIS is claiming responsibility for a massive car bomb in Cairo that wounded 29 people and blew the facades off nearby buildings.
It's hard to say what this means for the overall security situation in Cairo. Till now, most of the attacks have been focused on police, army, state security, and government buildings. Similar bomb attacks have happened in the past, usually late at night or very early in the morning, and so until now, civilian casualties have been very low.
That was AP correspondent Brian Rowan. This is USA Headline News.
Hey, what's going on here?
Haven't you heard? Handwriting can make you awesome, and that's why BIC's on a mission to save it.
Handwriting can make me awesome?
Yeah. Writing could boost your self-confidence, spark creativity, and it definitely makes you a better reader. And that's pretty awesome.
Huh, I never thought of it like that. I want in. Toss me a BIC.
This year at Back to School, join the movement with BIC and fight for your right. See how awesome writing can be, how great you can be. Learn more at BIC, Fight for Your Right. That's WRITE.com. Or grab a BIC today and see for yourself.
All set. How was your visit with the dentist? Shall we book another appointment then? Wonderful. I'll sign you up for our root canal rewards. 10th one's free. You're drooling on my papers.
How about a rewards program you'll actually use every day? Introducing Plenty. Earn points at lots of places, including AT&T, Exxon, Macy's, Mobile, Nationwide, and Rite Aid. There's plenty together. Learn more at plentywithani.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for tuning in. All kinds of events happening this week and next.
Absolutely. Tonight, join us for the All Pro Web Tools Launch Party 4.0. We're going to be in Fort Collins. All the festivities start at 6 p.m. Make sure you get your tickets at allprowebtools.com.
And if you're looking for something to do just before that, you can go check out Home Care Assistance, Changing the Way the World Ages. They're doing a grand opening and ribbon cutting tonight from 4 to 7 p.m. At 4990 Kipling Street, Suite B11 in Wheat Ridge. Give them a call, 720-443-3371.
We do have a lot of ribbon cuttings coming up in the next couple of days, and we encourage you to show up and support your local community. Ribbon cutting is one of the most important milestones for a business owner, and so the OSHA Connection is also hosting a ribbon cutting tomorrow or on Friday at 4:30 p.m. at their location. You can find all of our events on our website at experiencepros.com and click on the calendar. You can do a month at a glance, a week at a glance, and see everything that's going on. The OSHA Connection, making sure you stay out of trouble with the OSHA people.
Right, you want to stay out of trouble. And don't forget, because Angel mentioned it, it will be Friday tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in and participate in Fan Braggin Friday. Say something nice about somebody else in business. Call us, 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724.
On Saturday, our friends from Monica Wrights are hosting a workshop to make sure that you get your book out and are marketing your book. You think the hardest part is writing the book? Well, she's going to help you make sure that other people get it into their hot little hands and read it. And you can sign up for that workshop on our website as well.
On Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 over at the Castlewood Library, our friend Phyllis Shimamoto is doing Intro to the Enneagram. The Enneagram.
The what?
The Enneagram.
You got to explain that, dude.
Oh, sorry. It's a personality typing system that consists of 9 different types. Everyone gets to be considered. It helps you do some team building with your work. You definitely want to get involved in that.
It's kind of cool when you learn everybody's personality types and even your own and how you interact with other people.
The hardest thing is pronouncing it.
Make sure you sign up for that on a Sunday. And of course, Social 7 is hosting a podcast at 7 p.m. on Sunday night.
Hey, what about turning your blog into money? How about that? Stern Storming, Daryl Stern's going to be doing Stern Storming Part 2. He's going to teach you how to turn that blog into a money maker.
Absolutely. On Tuesday, client and employee retention with appreciation marketing at 10 a.m. and a ribbon cutting for the James Resource Network over at Complete Couture, bridal wear, formal wear. Ladies, join me. This is going to be our go-to shop for shopping, and then make sure on Thursday you sign up for the Loveland Extravaganza.
And there you have it. Experience Pros Radio Show coming up next.
My name is Digger, and I'd like to bury bones. And today, I'm not alone. My friend Bob also has a job to plant a tree. But first, he needs to click or call 3 numbers for safety. Click or call 811 when there's digging to be done. There's dangerous lines below that you should know. And within 3 business days, the experts arrive, marking your lawn so you can dig safely. Now you know what's below. Click or call 811 before you dig.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me weekdays from noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. We'll help with consumer problems, give you quality business referrals, let you know about the latest scams, and we'll also give great help for seniors. Weekdays, noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. Check out our website, haystackhelpradio.com.
The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric, next on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Hey, you tweet, right?
Oh, well,
on the Twitter?
On occasionally.
Yeah, and lots of people do. Millions of people do. But nobody tweets quite as valuably as LeBron James.
Really?
Yep.
He's got a valuable tweet?
His tweets are worth about $140,000 each.
How do they put a value on a tweet?
That's great.
Because I am pretty sure that if they had to evaluate my tweets, well, I don't know if there is any value.
Right.
I mean, how do they come up with that?
Well, in an age when businesses are trying to come up with every possible idea to earn revenues in this world of digital media, celebrities and their accounts are becoming a gold mine. You see, LeBron James is, the highest, most popular sports, most visible players, popular athletes in the world. And he's got 23 million followers.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So thinking about this, if you decide to kind of figure out the tweet value, it's about $1,000 per character to get his word, his reach out there.
Wow.
Put this in perspective.
Okay.
It would cost you 5 times more to reach the same number of people with a television ad.
Wow.
Right?
And he can just tweet. So what kind of stuff does he tweet since it's so valuable? I mean, does he do a lot of tweeting?
I don't know. I don't know what he tweets or whatnot. I know that he was offered a 6-figure deal for a 1 tweet. Put this out there. Yeah, I don't think he took it.
I mean,
he doesn't need the money.
No.
I mean, it's
but
King James.
What did they want him to tweet?
I don't know.
That I eat, this breakfast cereal. Do you remember? I mean,
Right.
that used to be, right? I eat this
Sure.
breakfast cereal. These are the socks I wear. These are the shoes I choose. Because if he does it, then everybody else will want to play along with him too.
Sure. Well, let's see who else is bringing in some money, or at least could. And again, this is based on their reach. Advertising. There's no guarantee that you're going to sell a thing.
No, but they want to know that these people are going to see it.
Right.
You want to know that more than 2 people are going to see this.
Right.
Okay.
Kevin Durant,
Yes.
another NBA star,
Yeah.
only $66,553 per tweet.
Oh.
He's a slacker.
Oh, yeah.
He's number 2.
Is it because he doesn't have as many followers?
It is. It's because he doesn't have as many followers, and he's Kevin Durant. He's not LeBron James.
And so nobody cares what he's eating for breakfast or what kind of socks he wears.
$66,500 per tweet.
Oh,
I think
so yeah, somebody cares. Okay. All right. So people care.
How much are your tweets worth?
Nothing.
It might be worth something.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Based on this algorithm,
Do you pay somebody to help you tweet?
I do pay somebody to help me tweet.
So apparently your tweets are worth something. Just saying.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant, that guy from the Lakers?
Yes.
Only 42,389. How about the boxer Floyd Mayweather, right? Boom, boom, knock you out. 34,924.
I think it's weird that somebody put this whole article together. Somebody spent some time figuring out how much these celebrities' tweets are worth. I want to know more. What are they tweeting?
Right.
Are they tweeting, and how are people engaging and responding to? But no, somebody wants to know how much they're worth. And I just think, I don't know. It's like, what do you do with this information?
I don't know.
It's in my brain. And now do I have to decide? Do I want that in my short-term memory or my long-term memory?
The company.
Because now we become like Adam, our staff member, who is like a walking trivia pursuit game.
That dude is an encyclopedia.
He's an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And I think, what do I do with this information?
But it's there, and he can pull it up anytime he wants. By the way, he can probably give you all the stats for LeBron James and all the others out there. Open Doors is the company that specializes in digital and social media advertising. And of course, for them, it's very important information because they can charge for this information.
So now our focus, we need 23 million followers. Million.
You know what? I'll be first one to tell you we don't have 23 million followers yet. But if you really want to get some bang for your buck, why don't you check out the Experience Pros and say, I want to advertise with you. Gosh, that's easy.
That is easy.
And it's way, way less than $23 million. Or $140,000 a tweet.
Or what is that? $1,000 per character.
Yeah, we're not gonna charge you anywhere.
No. Super affordable. Good for small business.
Give us a shout out over at radio@experiencepros.com if that's appealing to you. We'd love to hear from you. And if we've got a solution that's in your budget, by golly, let's get it on and get it done.
All right, it's time for business tips and insights from our friends over at RMK Cartridge. Matt Skinner is on the line. Hello, Matt.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Matt, we're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for calling in today. What's our business tip?
I'd have to say just managing your time. I mean, everyone's super busy and everyone seems like they're being torn 9 different ways. And, sometimes you just got to learn how to do one thing at a time and knock one project out at a time and then move on to the next.
Multitasker, Matt?
No, man.
Oh, we multitask.
Whatever.
Sometimes we just have to focus on one goal at a time.
No man is a multitasker.
One focus, one thing at a time. And I think it's easy, Matt, for people to come in and try to distract you and take you off focus and get you off task. And so you've got to be really diligent with your time management,
right,
and say no to all those other things that are coming at you, right?
Sometimes we have to, just sometimes there's certain things that unfortunately they can't be done in 10 minutes.
So Matt, do you have a preferred time management tool or process that you would like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like the first thing in the morning that I like to be kind of left alone. That way I can make sure I can check, like all my emails or messages or deal with any kind of issues that I had from the day following, do that first thing in the morning. That way I can spend the rest of the day focusing on what needs to be done.
So get it
spending
done.
that quality time in the morning without the distractions, so you can kind of plan your day and assess what's coming down the pike, which is good advice, rather than hit the ground running with a bunch of people around you, which will just cause you to react to all of their emergencies. And I know, Matt, when people call you, it is an emergency. I know sometimes we call you because we have run out of ink or toner for our
cartridges, our
printers and all of that. And you probably get phone calls all day long. Help, we ran out. If our listeners want to do business with our MK cartridge, taking care of all their ink and toner cartridges, remanufactured to better than OEM standards, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can always give us a call at 303-781-2076. You can find us online on rmkcartridge.com, or you can always stop by our location, which is at 5176 South Broadway, which is in Inglewood, Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're in the Colorado area, you certainly need to know where our MK cartridge is. That phone number again for the national audience, 303-781-2076, 303-781-2076. We exclusively use our MK cartridge. They do a great job. And Matt, love the fact that you guys are rocking it year after year with the best customer service out there.
Well, we do appreciate it, and thank you guys for your show.
Thank you so much, Matt, for the call every week. We have a lot of fun things, a lot of fun resources for you online at experiencepros.com. And you can look at the Extreme Customer Service Directory, which is our online business directory, the most popular, most visited online business directory in the state of Colorado, finding local companies in your area to offer you extreme customer service.
Absolutely. We'd be happy to bring that to your area as well. If you're interested, give us a shout out, drop us a note at radio@experiencepros.com. That's radio@experiencepros.com. That would be helpful. You want to avoid, make sure my microphone is on. There we go. You want to make sure that you avoid a certain number of common mistakes that can damage your reputation.
Is your reputation at risk?
It could be.
What are you doing?
Well,
what'd you do?
No, I didn't do anything.
What did you do?
I didn't. I got my microphone is all messed up. There we go. Didn't do anything. Maybe it's my headset that's all messed up. That could be.
You're all good. but now you're damaging your reputation.
I must be.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Can you hear me?
Stop it. Negativity. Don't. You're moving your lips. She's moving her lips with nothing coming out. That's not funny. Negativity. If you're negative, you can damage your reputation in a heartbeat. Stop it.
Reading emails in front of other people, checking your phone, scrolling through your Facebook, all of that in the presence of others trying to have a conversation with you, downright rude.
Moving your lips without sound coming out, inappropriate.
Never following up on introductions. This is one of those I've got to get better at. People send me email introductions all the time. Respond to every one of those. You're going to get a bad reputation.
Finally, spelling errors, grammar mistakes, and 8th grade ebonics. Stop it.
It's going to be bad.
You ruin
Roy Brown.
Ruin your reputation.
Bad is business and.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Boom! That's what you're looking for out of your professional networking events, and that's what Boom delivers. Create great business relations and build power partner connections the 4th or 5th Monday of the month at Bar Louie in Westminster from 6 to 8 p.m. Every event is sold out, so get your tickets for the next one today at boomcolorado.com. That's boomcolorado.com. Want more? How about quarterly training seminars? Boom! Network with great people. boomcolorado.com.
Dude, your wife's hot.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding. She's really hot.
Yeah, I married up.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
Get your vehicle back into showroom condition with the most comprehensive auto detail from Bumper Dock Denver. They remove tree sap and pollutants from your car's painted surfaces. Minor scratches are cleaned up with a high-speed polish, and the glaze finish is applied to restore a deep shine. Bumper Dock Denver understands that your vehicle is more than just a mode of transportation. It reflects your business. No matter what you drive, you get fast, friendly, honest service to protect your auto investment and bring out the full beauty of your car. 303-369-7292 or bumperdockdenver.com.
When your IT person says your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is blah, blah, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back, America, to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. If you're a common listener to this broadcast, you know that once a month we get to bring in the Colorado National Guard, who represents the armed forces all over the country, really, but fantastic contributors here to our programming. And we get a better idea of what's going on with the mission of, in particular, the Colorado National Guard. But it's a fascinating conversation.
It is always fascinating, and you just wait until you hear the story that we have for you today. It should be a little bit emotional, and you are just going to just pray and thank God for our Colorado National Guard when you see what they did to rescue just one of our own. Captain Darren Overstreet, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. It's great to be here.
Very nice to have you back, Captain. What are we talking about? Who are we talking with today?
So in the Colorado National Guard, we do probably about 23 search and rescue missions a year. Well, we're at 23 right now with a month and a half to go in this year. So we've done a lot of search and rescues, but We have one that we're going to talk about today in particular, and it was a very serious one, and it was actually one that our pilots did on night vision goggles during the middle of the night after a 12-hour day that rescued somebody else earlier in the day. So
holy cow!
So you hit number 22 and 23
on the same day. Yes.
Wow.
All right.
So, today in the studio we have Jennifer Stauffer. She was the one we were rescuing, and then we also have on the phone Sergeant Josiah Prunty, who was the crew chief on the mission.
Got it. So Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you.
And the good news is, folks, we know the ending.
She's here. She's in the studio.
All right. And Sergeant Prunty, thank you so much for joining us as well.
Oh, thank you. I'm really glad to be on.
All right. So rescue mission number 22 and 23, all in the same day. Let's talk about why would the National Guard go after helping rescue a civilian? Is this part of what you guys do on a regular basis?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the things that we can do to serve our state, and really glad we could help out in this instance.
All right, so Sergeant Prunty, your combat experience and the training that you guys do, and I know you do it all the time. How does that help you prepare for? And we're going to get into the emotional side of the story here in just a second. For the mission that you are involved in.
I was in Iraq in 2009, 2010, and one of the things I learned from that was just not rushing into things. Definitely taking a step back, kind of analyzing the situation, and then going from there. You don't want to rush into things haphazard and lose your mind.
Absolutely. All right.
So it was Jennifer Stauffer. She actually fell while climbing her 41st 14er. So this is a very experienced climber, and she's very experienced at this, but she fell while coming down from the descent of her 41st. And you actually had to bring the Black Hawk cruise in the middle of the night?
Yeah. We had gone, as Captain Overstreet mentioned, we had gone on a rescue prior to this one, and we kind of realized that we weren't going to be able to do anything until they lowered her down to a landing zone for us. So we ended up waiting for the rescue teams to basically rappel her down, and then we picked her up from there.
Just amazing. Now, here's the really crazy part of the story, folks. Jennifer Stauffer, you were climbing your 41st 14er. For those of you in the flatlands, that's mountains that have an elevation of 14,000 feet or more. And you did this while you were 10 weeks pregnant.
Correct.
What?
Yes.
Welcome.
I had permission from my doctor.
You had permission. Okay. What happened? Tell us what happened.
So my partner and I set out that morning. We had actually started off a couple of other peaks, knowing this late season Colorado snow conditions were as bad as they were. And we set out that morning and actually found that this route too had some challenging conditions. We had to use ice axe and microspikes to get up the peak. After a successful summit, we started down and we decided to stay on rock versus snow on the way down.
Smart.
And when we did get to one place where we actually had to cross a snowfield still, and there were some foot tracks through it. I was following those foot tracks. For the most part, it was going fine. And then about 2/3 of the way across, the snow turned to ice, was doing freezing obstacles. I slipped trying to kick us some steps in it.
Oh, no.
Fell down, tried to self-arrest a couple of times. Ended up, that didn't work. And ended up going headfirst into a waterfall and fell about 150 feet in total before I came to a stop after being able to get my feet downhill.
Oh, okay.
And so your partner was left above.
He was.
And no way to get to you.
No way to see even if I was okay. I mean, he was able to get to me, but it took 15 minutes. I was in the water, unable to pull myself out for about 15 minutes before he was able to come down and help me.
Jennifer, our listeners all around the country now have to get straight to the chase. How's the baby? You're obviously, you made it.
I am now 15 weeks and 5 days pregnant.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, and baby's doing okay.
Baby's doing well.
Oh.
Okay, so you're in the water, you have fallen. How in the world did you guys signal for help? How did anybody even know that you guys were in trouble?
So thankfully, my partner had a spot device. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a GPS tracking device where your family at home can see where you are on the mountain, and it has a search and rescue button. So he deployed that first, and then second, he had some limited cell phone coverage. We were able to call 911 and activate the Saguache County Sheriff's Department as well.
All right, so help is on the way, right?
How long did it take for help to arrive?
So I fell at about 1:15, and the Black Hawk came in about 8 p.m. at night.
At night, and it was dark. They had to use night vision goggles to find you, and
it wasn't dark when they first got to us, but over the course of the mission, obviously.
Trying to figure out how we were going to get to you and effectively not injure you any further in the process. All right, so
what were you thinking? How were you feeling?
So when you first fall out there, I think you're first in shock. You know, you first are trying to assess your situation, but the longer that you have to sit out there, I think the more you get kind of scared, and the more you think about the people that are back at home, you know, people you might leave behind. I thought about my climbing partner a lot and what it would be like for him if I didn't make it home.
You thought you
about
lost
my
the baby?
husband, and you know what's going to happen if both of us don't come home.
Yeah, and you thought you lost the baby, right?
Right, I did.
Oh gosh. All right, let me go back to Sergeant Prunty for just a second. Sergeant Prunty, was this a mission between civilians and the military?
Yeah, I guess it was. We had picked up when we got the call. We picked up one of the rescue teams and dropped them off so they could start working their way up to Jennifer, and then just kind of through the course of the mission, we kept contact back and forth with one another.
All right. Now, was there anything unexpected, or is it always unexpected?
The one, I guess, on the X factor, so to speak, is just the environmental conditions. But you know, we train really hard with a bunch of the search and rescue teams around the state. So you know, in that regard, it wasn't unexpected.
Well, let me just say thank you for your service, Sergeant Prunty. We are so grateful that you are alive.
Yes,
Jennifer, and your baby is as well. Super thankful for that. And Captain Overstreet, thank you for coming in. Give a quick phone number for us, if you will, for people who want to follow up with this story.
You can contact our public affairs office at 720-250-1053.
Wow.
Thank you so much for every month bringing in great stories. Aren't you so thankful for the Colorado National Guard? They do so much for us every single day.
Absolutely. All right, folks, more positive business talk coming next. You're listening to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrow down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri, 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today, csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Dove Valley Storage has your affordable storage solutions for RVs, boats, cars, or construction equipment. Covered units you can own or rent at unbelievable prices. There's no other product like this in Colorado, and they're offering them at a fraction of the price of owning an RV garage or man cave. Hurry and call Kim today. They're going fast for fall delivery. 720-201-4062. That's 720-201-4062. Or check them out online, dovevalley.storage.com. They've got you covered.
You're busy, but are you really achieving the dreams you thought you would? Infinite Nation knows that when your vision is big enough, you can create infinite success. Request your free vision check phone call with award-winning vision coach Carrie Conley. Discover how easy it is to achieve your infinite success. Call 720-331-8693, 720-331-8693, and check out the Vision is Victory workshop online at infinitenation.com.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? You're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for our business day. We hope this is the most positive, inspiring business talk show in your work week. Wanted to take some time to talk to you a little bit about podcasting. Of course, podcasting is not a new medium. It's been out for a long, long time. And in fact, is how the Experience Pros radio show got started. And it's a phenomenal way to communicate a message to a large group of people who can be targeted in any number of ways that are going on. What's new is in the world of radio, major markets and major brands are starting to take notice of the value of duplicating the signal that you're listening to right now and putting it out over the internet. And we'll give you some examples of some big B2B and B2C companies who are taking note. NPR, Slate, Marketing Profs, others. Gosh, there's so many out there that are taking advantage of this and creating podcasts. Their audience has been growing significantly over the last 2 years. About 20% of Americans listen to a podcast at least once per month, and mobile devices are the preferred way. No surprise there. 63% in 2014, which is up 43% over 2014 to listen to podcasts. You got a mobile device, you're going to listen to a podcast more than likely. So I came across a great article on Cision.com. That's CISION.com that talks about best practices for podcasting. So maybe this would be beneficial to you and your business as well. So you need to know your audience. First and foremost, it's one of the biggest things you have to be aware of. Who is your target market? Who are you trying to drill down into? And if you're a chiropractor, you don't say everyone with a spine. That's not your target market. In fact, if you know I want to work with athletes or professional bike riders or whatever the case may be, you have a better chance of having a larger following if you know your audience. Secondarily, no angle, no audience. Now think about that for just a second. You need to have an angle. Why should people tune in? Ours is clear. Positive business talk, right? We have a positive business talk show. When you hear that and you think of major market media, those two tend not to be in the same space at the same time. We got here as soon as we could. You need to have an angle for your story. The next thing is, gosh, you need to figure out on a format. Podcasts require narrators and story arcs, a formula, something to establish brand identity and rhythm with your audience. Think about introductions. That means maybe music, closing segments, consideration if you want to monetize that podcast. And think about this for just a minute. What the show that you listen to today, of course, we've got producer Charlie, and he's been working with Angel and I for, gosh, almost since the beginning here at KLZ and on our home affiliate station. But you might want to have somebody come in and produce your show. And what you're hearing here, the music that we use to introduce our program, same music we've been using since the early days of the podcast. So, if you're going to do it well. Get it, think it out. Decide on that format. Next thing you need to do is establish a schedule. And I'm going to tell you to consistently stick to it. If you're going to be on at a certain day, on a certain day at a certain time, then be on always at that time. People want to be able to know that they can come back and find you on a regular schedule. They can put it in their calendar. For that matter, you should establish a calendar. You should post a calendar so that people can find you on a regular basis. Investing in good tools. Gosh, podcasts are all about the sound, audio quality. I heard an interesting thing today as I was preparing for today's broadcast, and that what I heard was this: mediocre sound, they said, is probably okay. What's not okay is horrible sound. If you don't have good audio, you've got to get something going. So if you're going to do a podcast, get some good tools, get a good microphone. Most people use podcasting through their computers. And if that's going to be the case, get a good USB quality microphone. You don't have to spend the hundreds of dollars that a professional would necessarily go with, but you might want to spend in the $60 to $100 range to get some good quality audio technology. Again, headphones, important in our industry. If you're going to run a podcast, you want to make sure that you can hear the whole thing, the system that as it's going. You want to be able to hear the ins, the outs, the music and all of that. If I were to take my headphones out, I wouldn't know when it was time to start the talking part. So that, and then software, of course, hardware and software, both very, very important. We use Macs here on the Experience Pros radio show, but you don't have to. And of course, we're not podcasting. I mean, we've got a big radio studio that does all the heavy lifting for our audio and whatnot. But we do run the podcast, the YouTube stream of our show through a Mac computer. You can run it through any computer, and it would be just fine as long as the computer's relatively new and strong enough to handle the signal in and out. Software. GarageBand, Reaper, Audacity. These are some amazing tools that are inevitably going to help you. GarageBand, you get to make your own music, right? You get to take little snippets of other people's music and create yours, or you get to actually, if you are talented in that way, you get to put those things together. Audacity is a program that I use on a daily basis to edit audio files. It's free. It's also, if you want to pay for the little upgrade to a professional level, you can do that as well. But Audacity is a fantastic program and allows you to edit straight down or create straight down to the multi-track levels that mean something for if you're going to lay music on top of voice, on top of sound effects, and all of that. Let's talk about editing for just a second. The advice here on Scion.com is go easy with the editing. It's easy to overdo editing. Kind of like airbrushing photos. You want to do it just enough to make the product shine, but you don't want to make it tampered with. Otherwise, well, you've seen some pretty horror stories on plastic surgery. Don't do that to your podcast. The next one is investing in a hosting service. Boy, this is an important one here. You know, we love the fact that we can put our podcast and archives on YouTube. YouTube has an unlimited service, unlimited space, but you trade something off. It's not always the highest quality when they compress your videos into their free space. If you want the highest quality videos or audio podcasts, and you want them to stay in that non-compressed state for people to reach out and grab, you might want to consider a hosting service. And boy, there's some really good hosting services out there. And then there's some really bad ones. And I'm not going to drag anybody in the dirt, but if you paid a cheap amount for a website, and maybe it was, the website came with the hosting service and it was really inexpensive, might not be the right solution for you in the long run, because you've got delays with the time cycles and all of that goes on. The next one is set up a Creative Commons license. This is important. If you use photos, if you reference people's intellectual property and you don't have a Creative Commons license, you can be in trouble. You've got to attribute properly, and a Creative Commons license will allow you to use music tracks and whatnot in ways that if you don't have it, you could find yourself in legal trouble. How about SEO? You got the best show in the world, but nobody's listening. Nobody knows that it's out there. How do they find you? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. We have an SEO company for experienced pros. You should have an SEO company for your podcasts and videos. It's solid advice. If you're going to put your information out on the great big internet, you certainly need SEO. And then finally, distribute your podcast by promoting it. Let people know that it's out there. You got to tell more than one. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he says, well, let's check on how well our article's done. And I said, well, gosh, how well could it have done? You told one time you posted, I wrote an article, and the results reflect that. So there you go. Some great best practices when it comes to podcasting. I thought it was an important thing to bring up because it is quite out there these days. All right, when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show, and we'll be back right after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
It was a moment.
It was a moment that changed my life.
We looked down from the chopper and saw the whole area was flooded.
At that moment, it really hit me. This is why I joined the Guard.
People had gone up to the rooftops to escape the rising waters.
Talk about intense moments. We had to lower the guys on line some 30 feet down.
This is where teamwork and training really paid off.
Steady nerves, steady hands for the chopper pilots to hover like that.
No question, Guard pilots are the best in the world.
I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life.
What could be better than serving the people of my hometown?
In the National Guard, you serve your community as well as your country while you work or attend college. In return, you gain skills in which you can build a career and receive benefits that can help you pay for college. Learn more about what it means to be a citizen soldier at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical. That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted.
It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary.
No doubt.
Back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. You hear this song right here, No Doubt singing it. Woo-hoo, wee-hoo is actually a technical term. It's success. It's the noise that successful people make. Wouldn't you like to know that again? Yeah, woo-hoo, wee-hoo. That's the noise that successful people make. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. You ready? came across an article by Bill Murphy Jr. He's the executive editor over at themid.com and the founder of proghostwriters.com. He wrote an article that says there are 17 things that really successful people never stop doing ever. I'm going to say there's 18 because they say woohoo, weehoo. That's just the way it is. They make that noise. Here, I want to be successful. Everybody wants to be successful, I think. So how do we get there? How close to the mark are you? It depends on how you define success, right? Do you define success by your balance sheet or by a full and or fulfilling life? And there's lots of different ways. But let's just say that we did a little research and found some significant crossover in some of the most successful people out there. The first thing is that successful people never stop laughing. They laugh. There's times to be serious, of course, lots of times. But successful people understand that humor is to be found in nearly every situation. H.G. Wells put it this way. He says, the crisis of today is the joke of tomorrow. You think about it, we're going to laugh about this someday in the future. May not be laughing about it today, but we'll find the humor in it in the future. Another thing that successful people never stop doing, they never stop learning. I expected that to be number one on the list, to be honest with you. Growing up, as Mom used to tell us, no education is ever wasted. Successful people understand this. It's why they're always challenging themselves. They're always trying to learn something new. I've been on the record here on the show saying that I read. I love to read. I read at least one business book a month, and then I try to throw in a couple of novels a month as well. It gives me a more well-balanced type of thing. And of course, I have some spiritual reading that I do on my own as well. So, put some learning in. I think the day you stop learning is the day you start dying, and I'm not ready for that yet. Really successful people never stop listening. Oh my gosh, think about that for just a second. Successful people recognize that they're much better off hearing what other people have to say rather than telling them what they think they want to hear. So turn on your listeners. What was it the mama used to say? God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Let's use them in proper order in that regard. Successful people never stop asking. They're continually actively listening and continually actively questioning things. Angel, who had to step out for an event today, she is the queen of asking questions. Usually the questions that no one in the world has answers for, but that happens, But she wants to know. She's just naturally inquisitive, and she wants to know what's the next step. Well, why did they do that? What were they thinking? How did they feel? Always asking questions. Successful people never stop empathizing. They are always in tune and trying to put themselves in the other person's shoes. They're always, empathy is one of those learned skills that is, it's not sympathy. So, I don't pity you. I feel what you feel. Successful people never stop questioning. Now, we already covered asking. Questioning refers to a different kind of inquisitiveness, revisiting assumptions and asking, why not? So you're saying, why should we do this? Well, why not? Successful people never stop questioning. They never stop giving. I believe this. I see a lot of people who are very successful out there who give and give and give, and we're amazed. You know one. I know you do, at least one. We're amazed at how much they give and how could they possibly give any more, and yet they do. Successful people never stop giving. Here's another one. Gosh, I think of my friend Faith Young, who, if you've not checked it out, check out her website, whatwouldfaithdo.com. She's big on this. Successful people never stop thanking. 2 simple words, thank you. They know that gratitude engenders affection and makes further success much more likely. When you are grateful for that which is around you, you find a way. And that crosses all socioeconomic boundaries, doesn't it? I mean, if you think about it, when we're thankful, it doesn't matter whether you live in a one-bedroom apartment like I do, or in a mansion like you do, maybe. We can be grateful with where we're at. Successful people, this is going to surprise you, never stop failing. You see, we all fail. There's no failure without trying. I mean, you can't try something and expect to be successful on every occasion. Edison said he learned 10,000 ways not to create a light bulb before he discovered the one way that it was. Successful people never stop being adventurous. They never stop being loving. They never stop forgiving. I think that's an important piece. The power of forgiveness is as much a gift to yourself as it is to the other people that you're forgiving. It's a huge, huge thing. Successful people never stop remembering. You know that old adage, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Well, shame on the successful people who know better. Don't forget. Don't forget. That's an important piece. Keep it all in there. They level with you. They're able to tell you straight up. They risk. Risk is part of being successful, and they know how to prioritize. They absolutely do. And finally, the 17th thing on this list, thanks to Bill Murphy over at Inc.com, successful people never stop accomplishing. So today, I want to inspire you. At the end of the day, we're judged by what we accomplish. My dad used to say, actions speak louder than words. It was uncomfortable then, and it's probably uncomfortable today. The reality is what we accomplish is how we are judged. And so you can do these things. Be successful. Go out there and make a difference. It's our gift to you today. I want to say thank you for tuning into the most positive business talk show in America. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make it happen, we say thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Scott